So, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing fine and you still have some energy left to attend this webinar. Okay, so you already have one webinar in morning. If you all have attended that, I'm not sure about it, but it was all about how you can, prepare yourself for online interview. So, this one is quite relatable to the first webinar which you have already attended, but there are few things which will be added up because in this webinar we'll be talking about the video resume. Okay, so let's not waste a lot of time. uh, One thing which I would like to tell you all is that I'll try to simplify things, so in between I will be talking in Hindi as well, so I think that is fine with you all. Okay, so okay, let's get started. So let us see what will be the agenda of the day, or you can call agenda of the webinar. So we will talk about video resume, how a video resume can help. Should you create a video resume? Tips for creating a video resume and video resume don'ts. As you already know what are the techniques or what are the do's and don'ts already, if you have attended the morning webinar wherein it was related to how you have to handle online interviews. So it is somewhat related, but it do have a different perspective when you talk about like video resume. Okay, so let us start. First of all, it is very important for all of us to understand that what is a video resume. So it is very simple that it is a short video which is created by a candidate or a job seeker for employment. And then a job seeker upload it to the internet, or as or when asked by the recruiter, he or she shares with the recruiter. So now in this video resume, the things which you have to keep in mind is what I will tell you, and simultaneously I'll keep on telling you what are the things which are required when you make a video resume and what are the things you have to avoid. So this video is just a supplement. It can't replace the paper resume or a traditional resume at all. So the first thing which you have to keep in mind is, first you have to have a perfect paper resume. Until and unless you have your paper resume in place, I don't think it is a good idea to go for a video resume. Because see, if you are going to come up with something, you at least should have a base for it, right? So do make your printed resume or the traditional resume ready, and then only go for video resume. Now, the second question arises, how a video resume can help. So see, frankly speaking to you, not all the employers ask for video resume, because it is not that much acceptable these days as well, because we have a traditional workforce. So many a times maybe video resume won't be asked from you, but it would be my recommendation to all of you that you should be ready with a video resume. Now, the reason is why, so I will tell you why. First, it depends on your industry. So, if a video resume could be a helpful add on to your job application. So, you have to keep in mind that a video resume isn't going to get you a job. However, it can assist you in marketing yourself to prospective employers. Okay, so this is why a video resume is suggested, so that you all should have your video resume ready. Now, should you create a video resume? So yes, definitely. Why not? It is not, nobody is charging us to create a video resume. After all, we are creating it ourselves. And I will let you know at the end of the webinar what are the platforms where you can go and create your video resume. I have tried few of them, and yeah, they turned out to be super beneficial for me. Okay, so now should you create a video resume? So yes, Many a times it won't be asked, but you should create one, because it is quite rare for companies to require or request a video resume from candidates. So many a times, maybe only 3% or 6% of recruiters will ask for your video resumes or infographics. But definitely you should create one, because if you would like to try your hands in creative field, so a video resume can highlight valuable skills. Now, for an instance, a video resume is useful for showing any type of performance based work, whether it involves acting on stage, teaching a class, or presenting quarterly numbers. So yes, video resume can be an excellent way to show off your personality. Okay, so if you are in a position where you have to face the clients, or you are in a client facing roles, or if your work will involve charming prospective buyers, a video resume will be a must for you. Okay, so this is why there are ample of reasons that why you should go for video resume. Now, video resume don'ts we will check in the next slide. So before don'ts, let us start with a positive note. Okay, so first we will talk about the do's, or what are the steps which you have to keep in mind while you are planning to create your video resume, or we also call it as a resume. Okay, so this is how we have to do it. So let me explain you how, and what are the steps you can go through to create your own video resume. First thing first, what you have to do is you have to prepare a script, because a script will definitely help you out. It will help you out to jot down your ideas. It will, act as a helper to you. So when you have your own script, it becomes very much easy for you to explain everything. So a traditional resume will act as a script, but make sure that you don't have to mug it up. You don't have to read it, whatever you have written. Okay, you have to be a bit creative. But before that, you have to make sure that you have a strong script in the form of strong paper resume. Okay, so this is what you have to keep in mind. The first step is that you have to be ready with your script. Now, definitely, if you are looking forward to create your video resume, gadgets will be required, right? So you should have a collar mic, you should have a good phone, the camera of the phone should be good, or else if you are using hand cam or cameras, you have to make sure that your gadgets are in place. Okay, so I'm not asking you to invest a lot of money buy all these, because you already have one. I think each and every one of you whosoever is attending this webinar is either doing it through phone or laptop or desktop, right? That means you all have the gadgets required for recording and making your own video resume. So this is what you all will require. Now, there are some other thing as well which you have to keep in mind. So let us see what those things are. Now, very important thing which you have to keep in mind is you have to know your audience. Now, here audience means recruiter. When you are creating your video resume, you should very well know, you should very, thoroughly you have to do your research that what your recruiter wants from you. Because until and unless many a times you talk to your mother and you complain that mama you made so and so, I don't want to eat this, I would like to eat maggie or pizza. Yeah, so many a times maybe recruiter want to have some specific trait or key skills in you, which they are looking in their employees. So you have to make sure that you know what your recruiter is looking for. See, basically what a recruiter look for. He looks for a skill set. So if you are experienced, he will look for a good track record. He must want a employee who is, honest, who is reliable, who knows what he has to do when he is hired. So those are very common things actually know. Actually, we all know what a recruiter want from us. Okay, so make sure that you know what your audience want from you, and definitely you have to put all those points in your video resume. You must be wondering that why ma'am has put so many clothes on hanger, and why Sunny Leone is there, and why all those boys are there. So see, the thing which you have to keep in mind always, either it is, online interview, or if you are going to create your video resume, you always have to mind your background. You always have to see that you have a clean background, a clear background. There shouldn't be anything which could create unprofessionalism or can create a descriptive, disruptive kind of background for you. So if you are in a hostel, I'm talking to all boys and girls, maybe many of you are living in hostel, or you have rented a room or so. So make sure when you are shooting your video, or when you are doing video recording and making your video resume, make sure you don't have actress or actor, or so called DTs, भगवान जी जिनको हम बोलते हैं, वो भी आपके दीवार पे या कहीं नहीं दिखना चाहिए. ऐसा आपको नहीं बताना है रिक्रूटर को कि भैया आप शंकर जी के भक्त हो, पार्वती जी के भक्त हो, या फिर सनी लियोने के भक्त हो. राइट. सो ये काम आपको ध्यान में रखना है. यू हैव टू माइंड योर बैकग्राउंड, यू हैव टू लुक फॉर अ क्लीन बैकग्राउंड. तो कहीं पे अगर वाइट या लाइट कलर का बैकग्राउंड कहीं पर आपको मिलता है, क्लीन बैकग्राउंड, वॉल के पास जाकर आप वीडियो रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हो, या फिर यू कैन यूज कर्टेन्स का यूज कर सकते हो, चादर का यूज कर सकते हो, बेडशीट का यूज कर सकते हो, टू मेक अ गुड बैकग्राउंड फॉर यू. ऐसा मैं इसलिए बता रही हूँ क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ यू must be living in a hostel or a room where you don't have a proper kind of background. So you have to make sure that your background is neat and clean. Now, be professional. First impression is the last impression. So, what being professional means is you have to dress to impress. So, you have to wear light color, be in formals, whether you are applying for any XYZ company, okay? But if you are applying for a white collar job, you all are engineers. So, if you are, applying for a white collar job, make sure that at least on that particular day or while shooting your video, you should be dressed professionally. That means from head to toe, you should look professional. It depends whether you want to shoot all your, body, or you just want to shoot your video till your neck or half upper part of the body. So it totally depends on you. You can do it either way. But the thing which you have to keep in mind is you should look professional. You should have a good haircut. Your beard should be properly trimmed. And for girls, your hair should be neatly tied. You don't have to put a lot of jewelry or dangles in your ear, or, a lot of makeup. But yes, you have to look professional. Now, this is not the end of the webinar, but meanwhile, now and then I will keep on giving you tips in between. So these are the food for thoughts. So now there are things, those things which you have to keep in mind while preparing a video resume would be: practice what you are going to say ahead of time. I already told you that you should have a script. Okay, make sure that there isn't any background noise and that the wall behind you isn't too busy. So too busy means no clothes hanging on the wall, no jockeys hanging, okay boys, mind it, and no Sunny Leone, no DTs, nothing. Okay, dress professionally. I already told you, you have to dress to impress. So your attire should look professional. You have to look at the camera itself, and you have to start framing yourself. You don't have to speak too fast. No, nobody is going to understand that. So your pace should be like everybody could listen you, and whatever you are saying is clear. So the clarity should be there in your voice. And the first thing which you will do while you will start giving introduction would be you have to mention your name. That I will tell you in upcoming slides. I have mentioned that what are the things you have to include in a video resume. Okay. So here are the sections. It might be quite complicated for you. So in upcoming slides, I have tried to make it easier for you to understand. What this slide means is who I am. So this stands for introduction part. In this part, you have to briefly introduce yourself and you have to provide a very short description of yours. I have not told you earlier, but very important thing is video resume. Like for fresher, the written resume is for 1 or 1.5 page. Same way here, 90 second is the maximum time you can give to your video resume. So okay, so 90 second is what is the rule for creating video resume. No video longer than 90 second is acceptable. Okay. Now, so introduction part is who you are. You have to give your introduction where you will, tell about yourself. The second thing is it is better to avoid the interview style. That means, just be creative. Don't mug up everything. Okay. Now, the final section is me in the future. Okay. So this me in the future means what are the things you can give to the industry or particular organization you are applying for. How you are different. Okay. What makes you, an outstanding candidate. So here you have to express what you can add up to that profile or to that particular organization. I will tell you in upcoming slide how you can do that. Now in video resume, you don't have to tell anything like, see, I am, my name is this and this, that. Okay, understood. You have to tell all those in introduction, but better you show it. For an example, if while creating your video resume, you say or you add up some attributes of you and you say, my name is this and this. If you talk about my strength, I'm very confident. I have good communication skill, so you don't need to tell it. Just show it in front of the camera that how confident you are, how good your comm skill is. So these are the things or these are the traits which you have to showcase while you are preparing your video resume. So this is not a telling story. You don't have to tell a story. Rather, you have to show yourself because remember, you are on camera. Now, follow it and keep it simple. Follow the 9-second rule. I told you no video resume should be longer than 90 seconds because nobody has that much time. They are not going in a theater to watch a movie, right? They just want to select a perfect candidate for their organization. So they will only give 90 seconds to watch your video resume. So here the rule which you have to keep in mind is KISS. Boys, don't get very happy, okay? KISS here stands for keep it short and simple. So what you have to do is you have to keep your video resume short, simple, crisp, yet compelling, okay? So you have to keep this in mind. Though this is the later half of the video resume part, but I will share it with you now because feedback is very important. Okay, maybe you will be asked to submit your feedback when you have attended this webinar, or maybe many a times in your college, you give feedbacks to your mentors and to your faculties. So same way, once or twice or thrice, if you have done or if you have made your video resume or have created a video, make sure that you take feedback from people. Okay, so one thing may be not good for me, second person may say that it is a good job. So don't I'm not telling you to take feedback from everyone, but yes, like your mentor or the friends who are can give you genuine feedback after you have created a video. Do share with them so that they can share their sincere feedback with you all. Now, let's see what are the important tips to make a better video resume. Till now, we know what a video resume is, how you can create one, why it is required, and what are the do's. So, now to add up, what are the important tips you have to keep in mind while creating a better video resume are that you have to start by revealing your name. I told you that you should have a script already. Okay, and you have to start by your introduction. Second thing is, don't verbalize in haste. That means you just don't have to mug up everything, rather you should look real on the camera. Okay, now, provide accurate hint about you. It means that share each and everything which you find is, worth sharing with the employers or the recruiter. So, give importance to your internship, give importance to a major or minor project or any life project if you have done. Give importance to extracurricular activities where you have done something extraordinary. Okay. Now, be unique and attention grabbing. Here it simply means that you should be presentable because you have to look professional. You are entering into a professional environment. So, professionalism will matter. Here it doesn't mean that you have to look like Miss World or Mr. World. Okay, not like that. It is not about your appearance, it's about how you are carrying yourself professionally. Okay, so don't underestimate yourself that if you have to make your video resume, first you will put Garnier men's face wash, or the girls will put Fair and Lovely and then they will go in front of camera. No, nothing like that. Just be presentable. Okay, now background sound should be noise free. इसका आपको ध्यान रखना है that there is no chaos when you are there filming your video. There shouldn't be any kind of disruption going on, or any kind of song is going on, chikni chameli, and then you are recording your video and then you send it to recruiter. See how bad it will look. Yeah, so you have to keep that in mind, and you have to keep it precise and short. Okay, so far so good. Let's move to the next slide. Now let us talk about the parts of the video. So basically there will be three parts: the opening, the middle, and the what we say ending, like we do in our letter writing also. You have been taught in school कि तीन part होते हैं जब आप letter writing लिखते हो. Opening होता है, middle paragraph होता है, और conclusion होता है. तो same thing happens with the video resume as well. So there is an intro part wherein you will talk about yourself. My name is, currently I'm pursuing, I have done all those information. In the middle part, you will talk about your attributes or accomplishments, and you have to make sure that it matches up with the industry requirement or the expectation or the job profile you are applying for. Okay, so you have to keep it focused. If you are applying for a creative position, then do mention those kind of accomplishments. If you are applying for Python data or those kind front end developer kind of post, then you have to highlight your life projects or internships thing. Now last would be the final part, which will be the conclusion, and you have to make sure that this part is very strong. Here you don't have to forget to thank the recruiter. Okay, definitely in the concluding part you have to add up the attitude of gratitude. That means you have to thank the recruiter for giving you because he is sparing this much time. Okay, so these are the three parts you will make sure your video is divided into. Now let us see what are the tips that are going to help you to make a better video resume. Okay, so first thing is relax. Because see, every time you can take another take. कितना benefit है इसमें video resume में. When you are simply sitting in front of the recruiter, there is no chance of retake. But if you are making your video resume, definitely there is another take. So you don't have to panic if at first you forgot your lines, or you are not looking good, or the angle didn't suit when you were creating your video resume. So you have to act naturally. Okay, make sure that you look natural on screen. Now Less is more. What does this mean? It means that you have to respect the time of your potential employers. I already told you to follow the 90-second rule. So less is more means you have to respect the time of your potential employers by keeping your video 90-second, okay, not longer than that, and keep it short, simple, crisp, and just convey how you are the best candidate or the, yes, to apply for that particular kind of job. Now, don't improvise, make a script. What you have to do is I always suggest everybody, I'm grown up, I have taken so many sessions, but I also do a rehearse, or many a times I jot down important points. If I'm not doing rehearsal or practice, at least I make sure that I have jot down all the important points which I had to share at the time of my webinar or seminar or vice versa. So you have to put your ideas on paper, which will make them easier to remember once the camera starts rolling. Okay. Now, focus on what you are good at. So because you have a limited amount of time to explain why you are the right candidate for the job, so don't waste that time on talking about your weaknesses or hobbies. you know just talk about your achievements, your accomplishments, how you are unique, what makes you the suitable candidate for the job. So those are the things which you have to work upon and jot down and then practice. Main thing is, don't forget your audience. If you don't know where this video resume is going to land, because see, many a times everybody don't ask for a video resume, I told you earlier. So it is not like somebody will ask about your video resume, but it is good to make a video resume because you will get a wider reach, because everything is on digital platform these days. Okay, so if you create a good professional video resume, put it somewhere on social media, then yes, it could be a hit if you have done it professionally or very nicely. So you don't have to forget your audience, and you don't have to share anything personal in that video. Okay, you have to keep it professional, and you have to make sure that it grabs the attention of the viewers. Okay, so till now we have already spent half an hour, I think, roughly speaking. Till now, what are the key takeaways from this webinar, or till now whatever we have covered is that a video resume may not be necessary. Okay, but if you talk about AMCAT or these kind of exams, they do ask for your video. They do take a video interview, or a video resume could be asked. There are many companies which can ask for video resume. Maybe in coming time video resume will become widely accepted and popular. So but it is not necessary all the time. So it depends totally on the industry, your target role, and the companies you are applying before creating one. So maybe if you are applying for a digital marketer post, or something like that in creative field, then video resume can be asked. Be professional. So when you create a resume, the paper one and the video one, both, keep it professional. From your output, from your outfit, whatever you wear, okay, till the production value, make sure that everything is to the point and it looks professional. Make sure that it is short, but ultimately you get benefit out of it, and get feedback. Getting feedback is very important. Okay, so share your video with your mentors, trusted colleagues, friends, family. Ask about their opinions, and if there is something to add up, then you can revise the video accordingly. At the end of the day, you yourself should feel satisfied with whatever, whether you have done justice with that video resume or not. So here comes the most awaited part. So see, if you are not able to create a perfect video resume by your camera or something, you can take help of many of the video resume makers are there available. You all being from CSIT background, maybe you all are aware more than I am. Okay, but few of the platforms where I have tried my hands upon are Bytable, Filmora, Animaker. See, I will share this with you. This is some kind of jugaad. You may feel that ma'am kaisi hai, ma'am bhi jugaadu types hain. So yes, I am, because every Indian is a jugaadu. Okay, so Bytable is a paid platform. When you go, यहाँ पर आपको बहुत सारे क्रिएटिव तरीके से you can create your video resume. Many times they ask for animated resume. I have uploaded one on my YouTube channel. Okay, I forgot to tell you all that recently I started a YouTube channel. The name is Fresh Learning Academy, so you can go out and check more videos over there. I have made quite a couple of videos on what is a video resume, what are the contents in the video resume, what are the best video resume makers in 2020. So you can go and check out there as well. But for time being, these are few video resume makers that are available. You can go and use them. Yes, I was talking about Biteable. So Biteable will ask you, either you have to purchase it, you have to spend a little bit amount if you want to download you know whatever video you have created without the watermark. But what you can do is you can create your video resume over there, download it, and then you can edit it. This is what I have done. I'm sharing with you all, though it is not acceptable. But yes, being student, you can try that. And you all being from computer and IT background, definitely you guys are more jugadu than what I am. Yeah, so go for it. I think that's enough for today. So much of information, I have uploaded, or you might be feeling like bursting because you already attended one session in morning and this one is the second session. So I feel that's enough for today. Okay, I do have a video which I will show you right now to tell you how you can create your video resume. And it is not like you should have each and everything. You will have a camera, light, a very expensive mobile. That is also not required. Okay, the thing which you have to keep in mind is you have to look professional. You have to choose a neat and clean background. There should be no disruptive sound or something. And you have to look professional. You have to be you. Be your own version. Okay, don't try to imitate anybody. Okay, don't try to be a copycat. Be who you are. Many a times I get feedback that, ma'am, it seems that आप बन के बोल रहे हो, something like that. Maybe this is my style and I'm happy with it. Okay, this makes me unique, I feel so. So that is the thing which you have to keep in mind. Always love yourself, always appreciate yourself, be happy of who you are. This is a webinar in which I was supposed to share about, how to create a video resume. I have already told you how you can do that, what are the platforms, why you have to do that. But see, there are many other platforms available where you can go and create your video resume. If not for the company, I will suggest and recommend you all to create at least one video for yourself. Okay, I did it for myself. That time I was not having a proper background due to some reasons. I was stuck somewhere, but then also I gave it a try. And at least the video didn't come up to mark. But what I realized is that I can speak well, I can face camera. And that was the day, you won't believe me, but that was the day when I was trying to make my video resume, I came up with the idea of YouTube channel as well. Okay, so being presentable and marketing yourself in today's era is very important, and that is only possible when you are using social platforms. So once you are done creating your video resume, you can post it on LinkedIn, you can post it on YouTube, you can use a Fresh Learning Academy platform as well to upload your video resume. I will be more than happy to post your videos on that platform. So that will give you a wider reach. You'll be happy to know what you can do in front of the camera. Okay, it will boost your morale as well as it will boost your confidence. Okay, so now let us see a small short video which will give you an idea how you have to sit, what you have to say. What you have to say is not in that video, that I will tell you. If you want to know what you have to say, I think you all already know what you write in your resume, that only what you have to say in your introduction. Okay, so now let's jump directly to that video and see what the video is all about. So now let us see this video. Okay, so did you see how simple it was? How jugadu that guy was? Hana, you all being engineers, you are jugadu. I know that. So these are the things which you have to keep in mind. You can do it and definitely go for a video resume. ठीक है? एक बार में perfect नहीं बनता है, कोई बात नहीं है, दूसरा बार try करो. If you will, watch my YouTube videos, you won't find them professional because my aim is different. See, okay, यहाँ पर video resume is a kind of different thing. So you have to make sure that at least you are professional. Okay, you speak well, you have clarity in your mind what you would like to convey to the recruiter. So this is all about today's session, today's webinar. In case you all have any queries, definitely you can go ahead and ask because we have ample of time left. So yes, if anybody would like to ask anything or if you would like to, put it on the chat box, go ahead and do that.